I'm Amy from White Acres. I help businesses to make sure that their business image does justice to the products or services that they offer, so that people can see just how good their business is and feel compelled to take action. Today I'm going to introduce you to someone really special. This is Kathy. Kathy is my daughter's favourite teddy bear. She's had Kathy since she was born. She was a present from some really lovely people, and she's been hugged, squished, thrown upon, covered in tomato sauce, chocolate, mud, you name it. She's been subjected to many trips in the washing machine, you can probably tell. She's been to the shop, she's been to nursery, she's been pretty much everywhere that my daughter's ever been. She's been. And she's a huge part of my daughter's life, and she still is. As you can see, she's been around for a while, and she's well loved. Her stuffing's gone a bit wonky, and she's no longer white, she's a sort of grey colour, even though she does get cleaned regularly. Recently, I've even had to sew her up because the stuffing has been starting to come out of holes where the seams were, what my daughter calls bee holes for some reason. But Kathy took it all in her stride, and now she's all fixed and she's not falling apart anymore. My daughter has loads and loads of newer, sparklier, cleaner looking, all-in-one piece sort of toys, bears included, and Kathy is still her favourite. For some reason, Kathy is the one. There must be something really special about this cuddly, squidgy, floppy, falling apart teddy bear that makes her really special. My daughter does play with other toys. She even goes to bed with other toys, although in the middle of the night I'm likely to be woken up because Kathy is in her soft toy trunk and not on her bed. I know she would miss Kathy if Kathy disappeared. Kathy is a bit like your favourite brand. You know, the brand that you buy all the time. Say you support the football team and they're not doing too great, you still support them, right? Say you always buy your groceries from one place and then you stick with going there all the time. You have an affinity with that brand. You might always buy a certain type of jeans because the fit is so good. You wouldn't dream of going somewhere else, and if you did, you would always gravitate back to that brand. Sometimes things happen to sway us away from our favourite brand so that we can change where we go. Someday my daughter's going to grow out of Kathy. Unless she falls apart, she's probably still going to keep her, but she's not going to be as important in her life. And it's the same with brands too. In Unmarketing, Scott Stratton wrote about how he changed his everyday coffee habit from going to Tim Hortons to McDonald's because of small changes like having inconsistent coffee or having to pay in cash, or the cups were very bad and had weird lids, and having like long queues to wait for his coffee. He says, one misstep or one small issue will not lead to somebody changing the day-to-day habit, but when you begin to add up enough of those small things, you open the door to your competition. So if people can change brands and go elsewhere for the same things that you offer, what can you do to make sure that they don't want to? Or can you offer a service which is so fantastic that you're gaining new customers who are disappointed with the service that they are receiving elsewhere? I recently read the E-Myth, which is all about setting up really specific systems to make sure that you produce exactly the same outcome every single time. So that not only do you and your staff know what you're doing, and so that to produce the same effect, but your customers always find that they're receiving the same quality service every time. I have said it before, but a brand review is a really good way to take a look at your business and see how you can make improvements to make sure that you consistently produce the same results and keep your clients coming back for more, whilst ensuring that your brand values shine through at every touch point. We've all had a situation where a business has let us down and we've looked elsewhere to get what we want. You don't want this to happen in your business. So I'd love to know examples of times when you felt that you're ready to move on from one brand to another. Maybe they didn't do anything wrong, you just grew up, like my daughter will one day. Or maybe there was a combination of different factors which made you change your loyalty. So let me know in the comments because I'd love to read them, I'm sure it'd be really interesting. And I'll see you next week for the next video.